Hello and welcome back to the NES Timeline Kung Fu Edition, starring Jackie Chan. In the last episode I talked about how weird I thought the controls were in this game, so I remapped my controller so that the B button is now the jump button and the A button is the kick button, and I have a punch button on the shoulder, but I will probably be using the kick a lot more, which, as I said before, does less damage, but it has a longer reach and stuff. So I already recorded an episode of this today, but for whatever reason my mind blanked out and I didn't end up saving it. So this is my second attempt at the game, and I've actually already recorded today's second video, but this one will be going up first because the second video is a response to this first video. And so I have a list here of all the stuff I talked about before, so I'll just talk about it again, because that's how I am. I'm awesome like that. And you're gonna die because I win at this game. I need to hurry up before those guys get me. Okay, made it to the second level with no life. I hope I start the next level with some life. Do I? I don't know, but I just beat the level. Yay. Full life, I was happy. So, yeah, let's not get hit in the head. In the last video, I was getting hit in the head by all kinds of shenanigans, like these little snake droppings. Kick you, confetti ball. So, one thing I mentioned in the last video of this series, in part 1, was that Irem had other notable games, and that this was an Irem game. But what I didn't mention was that this was Irem's first release. As an NES launch title. There was actually 2 Irem launch titles. There was this one, and there was a football game called 10-Yard Fight. And other than that, only one game of the 16 launch titles was not by Nintendo or Irem, and that was a game by HAL Laboratories called Mach Rider. Oh yeah, I can't kill the snakes, I forgot. Which is a motorcycle racing game. And some of you may know HAL Laboratories better as the people that created the people who developed the Kirby series, and also I think their other most notable game is the Super Smash Brothers series. I need to stop trying to kill the snakes. So yeah, I was going to list off. Also, I mentioned that there were Irem games. There were other notable Irem games, and I was going to list those off as best I could for the Nintendo, just because this is the NES Timeline. I don't think it's necessary to mention Irem games on any other systems other than the original Kung Fu, which came on the arcade, because this is Kung Fu. So, other Irem games that you may have heard of are 10-Yard Fight, as I mentioned earlier, a game called Spelunker that is notoriously known for being bad because you can die if you fall more than a few pixels down, and the game requires a lot of platforming. So I'm going to be playing that game too, so happy day. Another game is called Sqoon, which is a shooter, but it takes place underwater and you are a submarine pilot, so you're just a sub. You go away. You don't hit me with your stick, because you suck. You can't hit me! You're gonna back up into my foot, because that's how that works. Run, 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 run! You know they're getting close when they stick their hands up in the air. The next game is also a notoriously known game, Deadly Towers, which is known for its insane, invisible doors and holes and stuff that you have to find to progress in the game. A game I will also be playing and probably failing at, just like all the other games. But I'm having fun, so I don't really care if I'm failing. Next game is a game called Kid Niki, which is a platforming game. It's also a ninja-esque type of game, but one thing to note about it was that it had 2 sequels that were never released in America. And I had never played them, but I have played Kid Niki for about 5 seconds. I've played most of the Nintendo games for about 5 seconds, and I've only beaten very few of them. So, this level, I did make it to the boss. There he is, right there. I was about to spoiler it, but I didn't, because I saw him. So yes, he throws boomerangs, and I don't know how to dodge them because I can't figure out his pattern. So I might, if I make it to him again. Well, yeah, let me just let that thing... Wow. Okay. Wow. Next game, Guardian Legend, which I would say is probably a cross between, say, Blaster Master and a shooter. It's a shooter with a little adventuring segments built into it, so it's pretty cool. Image Fight, which is a generic shooter, and a generic name too. It's just a little jet to shoot stuff. Image Fight, yes. Kickle, Cubicle, you may know that game. That is a game that I have. I'm currently in the middle of an LP of on this channel, so that's a thing. And those of you who have been watching my channel know that. Another game that I'm going to mention is the only game that wasn't released in America that is for an English-speaking country. It was released in the United Kingdom, actually. It's a game called Hammerin Harry, and I really don't know why it didn't come out in America because it's a really cool game, and the series is actually very popular in Japan. I think the last game for the series came out on the PlayStation 2 or 3. These are about 6 or 7 games in the series. But there was, I think the only other American release that we saw was on the Game Boy Advance. I don't know if it came out in America. It might have been another UK release, but it's pretty cool. I think it's based on a TV show, but I'm not positive. Don't hold me to that. And the last game that Irem released on the Nintendo was a game called Metal Storm, which is a game where you control a mech that can change gravity and stand on the ceiling and weirdness. It's a pretty cool game, but it's kind of hard, just like most Nintendo games. And I'm not very good at it, but I will be playing it when I get to it. So, those are the games that Irem released for the Nintendo that are notable releases. Also, I didn't mention this a second ago, but right before Hammerin Harry, around the same time as Hammerin Harry, Spartan X 2 came out, which was the sequel to this game. It came out in Japan. It was never released in America. And the best way that I could describe that game would be sort of a mix between Russian Attack and Kung Fu, the Karate Kid, but better than the Karate Kid, because that was not a very good game, as far as I'm concerned. Some people like it. I don't really like it. I don't really like the play controls, just like in this game, but I like this game better now that I've remapped the controls, and I'm not paying attention. Last time I was doing way better. I think I made it to the boss like 3 or 4 times, and I've made it to him once now, and he killed me right when, ow! Right when I appeared on the screen. Blah, blah, blah! Get away from me, snakes! Because I'm not paying attention! So, I went back and watched, skimmed over Meals on Wheels again, and checked out all the different fighting scenes in the game, and it turns out there was about 13 fight scenes in the movie. So I think it would be really cool to see a game based on that took advantage of those different levels in the game. One thing also that I read was that this game, Kung Fu, had some elements in common with a Jackie Chan. You just sneak up on me with those stupid boomerangs. What's that guy? Bruce Lee. It's a Bruce Lee movie. I think it's called Dragon Fist or Dragon Fury or something like that. I have no idea. I've never seen the movie. I've never even seen a Bruce Lee movie. I'm going to try this one more time. And I'm going to actually pay attention to the game instead of trying to be entertaining. Informative, rather. Information is only entertaining to people who find information entertaining. Wow, that was a statement. Kick you in the face! I'm not using that jump enough. Kick. Duck. Kick. Hey, how'd I miss you? Kick. 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 So these guys are called grabbers, and all they do is they grab you and they try to hug you to death. The little dudes that you saw on level 2, they are called they're called tom-toms. And the guys that throw the knives, they're very imaginatively called knife throwers. And this guy is called the Stick Man, or Stick Fighter, or Stick Master, or something like that. I'm assuming the bosses and the progression up the tower is what it has to do with the Jet Li movie. Jet Li? Why did I say Jet Li? Bruce Lee. I guess because they both have an L-I or L-E-E last name. Kick! No, 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 wah. So I much rather have a jump button. Me having grown up on Mario, having a jump button makes more sense than having 2 attack buttons. So apparently I can't destroy the dragons. Excuse me. Okay, I'm back. I had something in my throat. Didn't want to be hacking and coughing all over the camera. Or the microphone. Or whatever. Okay, so I need to remember the little green pots are the ones that the snakes come out of, and the little white star thingies are the ones the dragon come. The white one with the X on it are the ones the dragons come out of. Yeah, so I can just dodge the dragons. That's fine. And there's a snake, and that's a confetti ball or something like that, or disco ball. I don't know. It looks like a disco ball to me. There's the tom-toms right there, the little dudes. They will actually jump and do cartwheels at you or something. And be face huggers. Get off of me! You're a hugger too. Alright, now I need to remember that the boss is coming up soon and I don't want him to boomerang me in the face. There he is. Ah! Blah, blah, blah! You cheater with your boomerang and your cheatiness! Arrgh. That's my rage. Huh. So, question for you. Do you want to see me playing and failing through all these levels, or do you want to see just the progress? Like, in the next video, just show all of my attempts at level 2, and in the video after that, just show all of my attempts at level 3, etc., etc. Because I do want to show progress in this game, but I also don't want to be playing it forever because there's a million games in the NES Timeline. No, there's like 700 and something. And I want to show new games. But there is a definite ending to this game, so I want to show the ending too. So, would you be alright with me using a Game Genie to play this game? Just putting in infinite lives just so I could show what was going on? Or do you want me to actually spend the next month or 2 trying to get good at this game and not seeing any new videos until I figure out how to beat it? So just let me know in the comments. Also, if you do want to see an awesome gameplay video of this, then I recommend checking out Tinkidink and the Lime Popsicles playthrough of this game, because Tinkidink's way better at it than I am, and I will put a link to that in the description. So, thanks for watching Kung Fu with Jackie Chan and Tarquin for the NES Timeline. Thanks for watching. Dance, Jackie Chan. Dance, 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 Jackie Chan. Dance, 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 Jackie Chan. Dance, 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 Jackie Chan. Dance, dance.